Okay, we wanted to talk about how people are feeling these days, and people are feeling passive aggressive. Why do I say that? Because on one hand, people want to do everything possible to get rid of the Rona yesterday. On the other hand, we don't want to wear these masks anymore. We want to go back to going to restaurants and clubs and dancing, and we want to go to house parties. We want to have like big concerts, big events like fireworks. We want to have like sociability. We want to be able to go and see a play. We want to go and be able to play soccer. Basically, we really want to get back to being human yesterday as well. So the passive aggressive is, well, we already wasted 2020 trying to quarantine ourselves to knock out the Rona. And now that we've come to the end of 2020 and it's been totally unsuccessful, we don't want to play the game of playing quarantine round two, given the fact that, okay, every one of us had some problem somewhere where we didn't 100% wear the mask, or we didn't 100% wear the mask in between bites of food at the restaurant, or we didn't do total social distancing, like, so and so got on one of those dating apps and was dating people, and they were coming over and making out. And how many people, seriously, you don't think the dating apps have been busy during the Rona? So, yeah, we want our cake and eat it too. So, now somebody can say, I'm going to be a Nazi. Just going to crank down, lock it down. But the problem is that even among the Nazis, they're not following protocol. There was a nice video on Instagram yesterday that was making the rounds about things like Senator Feinstein and the California governor who were caught breaking protocol. And one of them was saying, we're going to lock it down even more, and I'm going to cite you. In other words, I'm going to fine you for not following protocol. And then the reporters showed these people, as soon as they got off camera, they ripped off the masks. So these are you don't expect anything more from the politicians, but they're reflecting how you feel. It's, I'm going to, for a lot of people, it's like, what's this person that I'm going to be talking to? Are they somebody who's like pro-mask, or are they anti-mask, or, you got to figure them out ahead of time so that you can, because some people are acting. Somebody's looking, I'll put the mask on. But if there's no one looking, or if there's no one checking, and you see other people that are breaking protocol, then everyone else says, fuck it, we're going to break protocol, because I'm not going to be the only one here wearing the goddamn mask when, seriously, so this is the way it is. It's the human condition. And we know that a certain percentage of the human population is never going to abide by laws. So in my community, it was after, there were people that were hopping on the bus and going for a long bus tour not wearing their corona mask. You can't have a police officer everywhere. So if the people will not 100% comply, then they will not 100% comply. So these ideas of just cranking down, seriously, it's not going to work, because the politicians won't even do it. And they're the ones trying to sell us the story of what we want. And what we want is passive aggressive. If we had leadership of competent medical doctors, if competent medical doctors were immediately replacing President of the United States and every other government function of the United States. In other words, you're going to have it's not going to work. Because, seriously, are you going to have a team of medical doctors start supervising what's going on Wall Street? They're not competent. So if you're going, but at least if you've got, your top medical position in your country, if that position is being held by a board certified medical doctor, then you're one up on Canada. Because the Canadian health minister is not a medical doctor. Why not? Why would you put someone who is not a medical doctor in charge of medicine for the state of Canada? Maybe there was no doctors that were eligible. Oh no, right across town from the home riding of the Canadian health minister, right across town, same city, same party, same governing party, there is an actual medical doctor. But that one wasn't picked. Okay, so what else do we want to talk about when it comes to how are people feeling? People are feeling sick for no reason. This has nothing to do with the Rona. This is people who are going like cycling through like migraines or undetermined aches and pains. Maybe they're like feel like they're holding water, like too much water weight. Um, so what's all this stuff? This is pretty much going to be, and if these people are also having a lot of coincidences or deja vus, then these things are considered to be ascension symptoms. In order for your physical problems in your body to be considered ascension symptoms, according to me, you must be seeing coincidences and synchronicities and odd or some really odd things. Like if you're seeing 1111 a lot, that was supposed to be an ascension thing, but I'm going to make it like, it's not ascension until you've actually got synchronicities, really meaningful coincidences, and not just these number codes. Because these number codes are like, maybe everyone sees these randomly or something. But if you start having these unbelievable coincidences, synchronicities, and you're having physical symptoms in your body, then they're ascension symptoms. And what can you do about ascension symptoms? You can try different things to see if you can help with them. I mean, don't just accept them. If you're having lots of migraines, keep trying different things that people suggest to you. If the doctor doesn't have a solution and somebody says this is a herbal tea and you've tried 12 herbal teas and they're not working, well, keep going. The famous story is it took Thomas Edison 1,000 filaments, different things that he was using as a filament inside of an incandescent bulb. This was this is incandescent. I don't know if we can see. Well, you can't really see in there, but they've got a filament in there. It took him 1,000 different substances that he tried in order to get one that would light up inside the light bulb. So if you have ascension symptoms and they're not going away, keep trying things. I wouldn't recommend spending a fortune on, something. No, I think simple things are better because you can afford a lot more things to try. What about like energy healers? I would try it. I've had energy healings in the past that I can't say it cured things. But I didn't give up. And maybe for you, an energy healer like a Reiki person might be able to help you. If you're like me, it might be able to help you with one thing, but then you'll still have a bunch of these ascension symptoms that didn't get healed. So I think for a lot of people, what I read, Ascension symptoms, people have got brain fog. In other words, it's just like they're thinking about something and they're about to go and follow what their thinking is. And then all of a sudden, like the thought's gone and you can't remember, why did you walk into your bedroom in the middle of the afternoon? You think probably there was something I thought was going to be here that I had to get, but now that I'm here in the bedroom, um, I can't remember why I came here. I can't remember. And then the next thing you know, it's like all of a sudden you feel a wave of fatigue. It's like, where'd this come from? And all of a sudden you look at your bed and you say, I don't know about what I came here before for, but right now what I'm here for is I'm going to go lie down on the bed. So definitely these waves of fatigue, waves of being very sleepy, and how they just creep up on you. And the solution to that, well, if you need to rest, rest, I would say. I would say rest. And what other things happen? Well, the aches and pains of various parts of your body. What are the best solutions for the aches and pains? Well, with my aches and pains, I'm still using this 2-inch golf tee, and I get a lot of these things. I call it fibromyalgia, and I just use this golf tee to press into the sore spots, and it helps so that I can turn my neck. I think if I didn't use this, I don't think I'd be able to turn my neck at all. And I use Absorbine Junior. Sometimes that helps, not very long though, like within 20 minutes, the effect of whatever that is worn off. So it's not really good for long term. If you're in a jurisdiction where it's legal for you to use marijuana, I would definitely look into marijuana for Ascension symptoms. Definitely. If you're having synchronicities and Ascension symptoms that are like painful, the marijuana will definitely work. And as far as I know, better than prescription medicines. Way better. Way better. But it doesn't make your Ascension symptoms go away. It's just management. And I guess what are you trying to manage? Well, for me, I'm trying to be able to keep my neck from giving me like frozen shoulder, because it seems like every day that's what it is. And I hear, because I do look at a lot of these kind of groups online with people who are definitely following this Ascension, and that when they list what their symptoms are, I follow and I see what they're looking at. Um, and that seems to be some of the things that they have: aches and pains, fatigue, brain fog. Mm, if we look at the people who are reporting in on Ascension symptoms, I'm going to go with 90%. 90% of the people who are reporting in on having Ascension symptoms, 90% of the people are women. Does that mean that men are having Ascension symptoms? Yes, I'm having Ascension symptoms. Does that mean that more women are ascending than men? I think this is the case. I think this is the case just by the number of people, and I've seen thousands of people that are reporting these Ascension things, because I belong to a whole pile of these groups. It's basically on Facebook. You can join a million groups. And at one point, I joined a whole pile of these groups to see what they were saying, what they were posting. And I'm going to tell you that the people who are raising consciousness on planet Earth, 90% of them are women. 10% are men. Now, why is that? Um, I don't know. I don't know. Does it mean that these women are more balanced with their masculine and feminine energies? Bingo. Bingo. Whereas the men, I think the men are stuck in their toxic masculinity. And the women women aren't just female energy. Every one of us has male and female energy. But I think that the women are way ahead of the curve to integrating the male and the female aspects. And the men, well, let's say, it was 10% of the men. And the first thing that I thought was, okay, well, it's the gay men. No, it's not. It's not like the men, the 10% of people who are doing this ascension symptoms that are men. There are some gay men that are in the group, but just like in regular society, they're not the majority. So the majority of the men, of the 10% of the men, I would say are straight men. And then you have some gay men. And the very strange thing is, this is even stranger. Even though, out of all these men, who's on YouTube with the most followers? And how does this break down when it comes to these ascension things? Ascension, again, meaning like people moving to raise their consciousness, to go to higher consciousness, more consciousness. Well, it seems like the women are watching the gay men on YouTube talk about ascension. Not all the men are on YouTube are gay, but it seems like out of those ones that are gay, and there's some that are blatantly gay, how many men are following the gay man who is taking a leadership position in raising consciousness? That's too long of a sentence. All I'm going to tell you is the women are like 99% following these certain gay men on YouTube that are talking about this. The gay man is not attracting other gay men. He's attracting women. So this is the old stereotype of a gay hairdresser. The gay hairdresser spends all day talking to women because he's doing their hair. Now, I'm a gay man, believe it or not. And when I look to see who's watching my videos, 87% of the people watching my videos are men. And I do talk about ascension, higher consciousness. Now, the truth of the matter is, I'm not a hairdresser. And if I didn't tell you I was a gay man, you would never know. So